So now Jameson Williams or Wan'Dale Robinson. Malik Neighbors is making a comeback. He is expected to play this week, which is good, but he is questionable. So be that as you will. But even with Malik Neighbors playing, Wan'Dale Robinson still scores. Like he is actually a real target. Before last week, I don't know the stats on this. Josh looks at this information up. Wan'Dale Robinson was 4th in the league in targets on the season, so that's pretty impressive. The Bengals have allowed less than 24 points once, so these games are high scoring. The Bengals defense is not good this year. Wan'Dale's had less than 6 catches only once this season, and that was week 2 in Washington. And the Bengals defense has given up 10 touchdowns through the air, tied for second worst in the NFL. That's a really good game script for the Giants. So that's great. Also, Wan'Dale, 40% of his catches go for first downs, which generally means you're getting an additional point if you're thinking 1st and 10, 2nd and 10, whatever. So that is pretty good too. And he has either scored a touchdown or gotten 60 yards in the last 4 games. Wan'Dale is a real threat to fantasy football.
Yeah, he's a PPR king right now. I mean, you were just referencing the targets. Malik Neighbors is 2nd in targets with 52. That's without playing one of the games. And then Wan'Dale is 3rd with 47. So they are
crazy.
2 and 3.
That's
I believe
crazy.
this is accounting for, I think this is through week 5. Yeah, it is.
This
so Neighbors at 4 games is number 2, which is wild.
is Daniel Jones a good quarterback? Like,
well, he really is. He might be good for fantasy because he is targeting
QB 14.
He's not spreading the ball around. He might be good to have his wide receivers right now because he's not spreading the ball around the way some others do. But yeah, and then number 1 in targets, just because we're talking about it, was Garrett Wilson with 56, but I think he got half of those this past week.
Literally, he had like 20 targets this last week. So
looking for Jameson Williams, he has a 1 fewer game than all of these guys, so he's not popping up at the top, but I think that he's 51st with just 25 targets on the season. So what that illustrates, I think, is the floor versus ceiling. You hear us talk about that a lot, but with Robinson, you kind of know he's going to get a lot of targets. He's going to get probably 5, maybe 10 catches, and that's going to provide a really nice floor. You're starting off, pretty good chance you're going to get double digits out of him. You might not get a huge boom because you might not score a touchdown. Whereas Jameson Williams, his floor is literally 0. There are games where he just doesn't touch the ball, but his ceiling, I mean, he could catch 2 long touchdowns and make your week. So it really comes down to like what your lineup needs in that case, right? Like if you just need a guy who's going to come in and just get you those double digits, Wan'Dale's your guy. If you need a big number and you're okay with taking that 0, then I would go JMO. Me personally, I'm more risk averse, so I would probably go Wan'Dale in this case.
Yeah. Looking at more of Jameson Williams here, he really is boom or bust. He either gets you a good amount of points or not enough points. Last game in week 4, he had a bye week in week 5. He only had 2 targets. He caught both of those, one of them for a touchdown. That got you 16 points. It's not a lot of targets, but he did get you points. The week before that, 3 targets, 1 catch for 9 yards.
Yeah.
That's not great. After having a solid start to a season with 20 targets in the first 2 weeks, he is the second on the team with targets behind Amon-Ra St. Brown, which is surprising with Sam Laporta there. He does lead the team with big plays with 5. Again, that's where a lot of his points are coming from, are those yards after the catch, the deep balls. And the big thing here is the Dallas defense is allowing under 200 passing yards per game, which is going to affect both Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown, or one of the two. I don't foresee both of them having a good game, and if I had to pick between Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown to have a good game, I'm going to go Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is the better player. So with this, between Robinson and Williams, I do lean Robinson here. He does get the targets. Daniel Jones seems to only like 2 wide receivers on that team. and that's Wan'Dale Robinson and Malik Neighbors. I'm starting Wan'Dale Robinson with confidence over Jameson Williams this week.
Yeah, I agree with that. I will flag one thing if you're looking for kind of a silver lining with Jameson Williams this week. Is the fact he's like a boomer bust guy? It's similar to like Rashid Shaheed in New Orleans. Rashid Shaheed absolutely torched Dallas week 2. So Dallas is prone to big plays like that. If you know that, I'm not sure. I don't think the Cowboys are missing some key guys on defense. So Goff may have time to throw the ball. So I'm not saying, I don't think either of us are saying Jameson's a bad play this week. I think we both just prefer Wan'Dale.
Yeah, agreed. If these were the options that I had to make, I would be starting Wan'Dale Robinson, which he can still be rostered in your league. If you're on Sleeper, he is still available in 5% of the leagues. So
yeah, those target numbers are
can't believe he's that
very good.
Yeah.
Targeted more than Nico Collins, targeted more than pretty much anybody, or targeted more than anybody not named Malik Neighbors or Garrett Wilson. All the targets are going to New York wide receivers this year. Those are
the top 3.